Alright, hey everybody, welcome all of you to the channel, and today we are talking about SPJIMR Form B filling. दोस्तों जितने भी लोगों को आपके पास SPJ का कॉल आया है सबसे पहले a lot of congratulations to all of you. अब बहुत अमेजिंग कॉल है. आपको डेफिनेटली एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगाना चाहिए और उसको कन्वर्ट करना चाहिए. Very amazing college. A very reputed college, in the domain of MBA. In the Indian context, very important. So one college to always look out for when somebody starts preparing is SPJAN. तो चलिए जितने लोगों को आ गया है SPJAN का कॉल, उन सब लोगों के लिए करते हैं फॉर्म बी की फिलिंग. This is your friend and guide Sudhanshu in the journey of MBA preparation. Did my MBA from IIM Lucknow, but I was also one of the fortunate people to not only receive the SPJ call but also convert this very amazing college back in 2016. चलिए शुरू करते हैं SPJ का फॉर्म फिलिंग and how do we go about filling the form. सबसे पहले आपके पास जो क्वेश्चंस हैं, state 10 random things, statements about you. One thing which you have to do here is introspect. Okay, do not create something out of nowhere. Okay, because you might get a question from one of these statements. Generally काफी लोगों को इन statements के ऊपर questions देखने को मिलता है, तो randomly नहीं करना है आपको. बैठो and for example, let's say you start writing, you like writing poems or you like reading books. Okay, then it tells something about you. So think about every statement that you are writing. What is it, telling about yourself, and whether that is a correct representation of your personality or not. So that is what you have to take care of while you are, writing the first question. I'm hoping that part is clear to you. Talking about one thing, which is each statement should not be more than 10 words, has to be adhered very strictly. So you have to adhere to this very strictly. Do not exceed 10 words. That is something which you have to take care of. कम हो सकता है, ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए, इस बात का ध्यान रखेंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि 10 का 11 कर दिया, नहीं करना है. Don't be casual. Okay. Describe one instance of a time you significantly contributed to enhancing someone's sense of inclusion in your professional or personal community. One thing which is, part of values of SPJIMR. Okay. If you've gone through the values, there are two important words. Okay. Courage and heart. So while you are filling the forms, pick out instances from your journey where you have displayed courage and heart. Okay, that is something which is really going to create that very amazing comfort level between you and the interviewers. Okay, because these are the most important values of SPJAN. So courage and heart. What do I mean by courage? Effectively, the ability to take risks, the ability to take the burden of work, the ability to carry the responsibilities and be accountable of work. That is courage. And heart is being empathetic. Okay, thinking about the others also, thinking about the greater good, and being connected to the people, working for everybody's benefit. That is heart. So whenever you are trying to answer, think about these two words and you will most probably find the right answer. Describe one instance of a time you significantly contributed to enhancing someone's sense of inclusion, okay, in your professional or personal community. Okay, now think about an instance where okay, so I remember one instance because I had work experience, and it does not matter that you have a work experience or not. You can pick out instances. So while I was working at Bharti Airtel, that was my pre-MBA experience. I had an intern in my team, okay, who was a very shy person. Okay, although he was a bright kid, a bright student, but he was very shy, and typically people would give him work, but would not include him with a lot of other elements like the team activities that are there. Okay, and very honestly, when I started including him in the team activities, the other elements which were part of the office, which were not, directly related to work, his performance and his confidence inside the work also improved. Correct? So describe such instances. I'm sure you would all have faced कि कॉलेज में फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से तुमने किसी को हेल्प किया, सपोर्ट किया, उनको टीम का हिस्सा बनाया, उनको कंफर्ट दिया, राइट? Think about such instances. You will always have, everybody has such instances. What it really requires is introspection. So sit down, introspect. Do not create stories. You have stories already. Just think, you already have a rich life. Okay, you have spent 20, 22, 23 years already, and I'm sure you can all think of instances. All you need to do is sit down, sip a cup of coffee, and I'm sure you are absolutely kicking. Describe an achievement, experience, or realization that led to personal growth or deepened your self-awareness. This is something which we have already, as part of the post-CAT prep GDPI program, we have already covered a series of HR questions, and most of you have also done your HR answers, and you have shared, and many of you have already done their HR one-on-one review also. Okay, so this is practically the same question. So just use the same structure that we have discussed, nothing else that you have to do here apart from that. Again, the question on failure has also, so achievement and failures have both been covered, so should not be a problem. Just follow the structure that we have given you already. On the top of that, these are the two questions. I have already given you inputs as to how do you answer it. On the top of it, for people who are part of the post-CAT prep program, we are already reviewing their SPJIMR forms, and today the panel will review all the forms. For all the people who have not started with the program, can get started with us today. The contact has been mentioned here, and you can quickly get started. Drop us a text to prepare in a very structured manner with alums who have cracked SPJIMR and alums of SPJIMR also. So start and prepare properly. We are this season we'll be doing 10 plus group interviews, GIs. That is what is conducted inside SPJIMR, and we will also be doing 10 VATs, which are essays, which are also important from SPJIMR standpoint. So let's quickly get started. Do not delay it, and let's convert the very coveted SPJIMR calls this season as well. तो इसके अलावा कुछ एक दो और इम्पॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट्स हैं. हैव यू बीन फाउंड रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर एकेडमिक और डिसिप्लिनरी मिसकंडक्ट? टिपिकली यू शुड राइट अ नो हियर unless there is something serious that you would want to talk about. Have you ever convicted or adjudicated guilty of an offense? Okay, so if there is no, just move ahead with no. Have you ever sought help from a medical professional for physical or medical ailment or wellness? If there is anything which is chronic, then you talk about it, else you say no. Correct? Because everybody has gone to a doctor. Correct? But if there is something which is a chronic thing, then you should not hide it. You should tell them. In connection to the question above, are you any sort of prescribed medication or treatment? If there is anything chronic and you are on medication or treatment, then you should describe that. Do it very briefly, be articulate. Okay, I am hoping this answers all your questions. See you all in the group interviews. We've already started the group interviews for post-CAT prep. Do not miss out. Convert your calls in the best manner possible with the most amazing alums of post-CAT prep. God bless, guys. I am hoping that this helps. Take care and bye-bye.